Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Most of you are most likely very busy in the salon. We have a holiday coming up and, everyone scrambles to get those pre-holiday appointments. So most of you will probably see this on the replay. So hello, enjoy the replay. I wanted to jump on here and be sure to invite people one more time to the final masterclass after the 3-day boot camp. We had so much fun in the 3 sessions together in boot camp, and some of you couldn't make the first Q&A masterclass. And the feedback that I have gotten from that masterclass, it doesn't have replays. It's all live because I want people to feel comfortable getting on the camera and asking their questions and not feeling as if anything is a silly question. And people let their hair down. They enjoyed it. They got their questions answered. And my email box has blown up with amazing feedback, but also with the end of the feedback being a story, an objection, a fear. And for me, as someone who has both been coached by a life coach and who is now a certified life coach, that jumps off the page at me. The email starts with, "Oh my gosh, I can't even believe how much value you gave in this free training. It is amazing. I've already done a few of the things that I learned, and it has completely changed the way that I look at hair color. I can't join the membership right now. COVID has really put a dent in my business. I'm not making as much money. And, I'm going to hold on to this information and I'm going to join next time." And if I had $1 for every time I've heard that, I would be a very wealthy woman, because what I see in that post is not, "I can't afford it." It's, "I am scared. I am scared of buying one more thing that promises to change my life and having my life be the same, less whatever investment I made in that promise." So, the universe always puts things in your path that you need to hear. So right before I jumped on here, I got a text from one of my existing members, Cynthia. Cynthia plans to come tomorrow night. She has been a member in the Hair Color Secrets Insider membership for an entire year. Her membership ends on December 1st. I have not reached out to Cynthia and said, "Hey, your membership's ending. Do you want to sign up again?" She reached out to me and she texted me and said, "Do you have a minute to chat? Can you call me?" I was like, "Sure." I called her, we started chatting and she said, "I'm so sorry to call you. This is your personal time with your family." I said, "No, absolutely not. What's up?" She said, "Can I please join for another year? I really got sidetracked with COVID and I wasn't able to do the lessons and I'm not ready to stop. I've gotten so much from being a member and I really just want to stay on the path. I lost my mother. Her mother passed, and her husband got COVID. They didn't suffer through how COVID affected them and a loss of business. They physically went through having COVID." And she said, "My memory is suffering. There's like after effects where you can't remember things." And she said, "I feel like I'm all out of sorts, but I have to tell you this, my entire career and knowledge of hair color has changed so much from this membership. I was a cosmetology teacher, and I have to admit something to you right now. I was teaching color when I didn't really understand how to properly formulate. I could read from the Milady textbook and I could share my passion and love for hair with my students, and I was a great teacher, but I didn't really understand formulation." She is one of 4 instructors who has joined this membership and admitted to me privately, and I'm not sharing, all the dirt, where they work and where they teach. 4 people are working currently in cosmetology schools and they're really not confident colorists. So what does that tell you about the information that we're learning from the word go? From the time we sign up in beauty school, we're being told a story about how hair color works from people that aren't all that confident in color themselves. And I'm not judging or blaming at all. What I'm saying is it's never too late. They're coming now to this program saying, I want to really know, I want to really understand so that I can pay it forward and help these young students. So I say often, if you watch my coffee chats and you've been part of boot camp, each one reach one. If each person levels up their skills, if you take the time to join this membership and you become a stronger colorist, the person next to you is going to see you change and they are going to want to change. And then your whole entire salon gets elevated to a whole new level where you're known as the experts in your field, and you don't have to do a Groupon. You don't have to do free hair. You don't have to discount. People are coming to you because the work that you're sending out of your salon, people are seeing them pumping gas, going to the store to get a gallon of milk, going to a movie. Well, forget that. We can't go to the movies, but you get what I'm saying. They're out in the world wearing your fabulous color, and people are noticing on their own. So stop working so much harder than you have to get the attention and get the clients that you deserve. Level up your skills and they will come. Stop faking it until you make it and pretending you understand everything about hair color. Bryn does my social media posts, and yesterday she did one of those ask me any question, and someone answered, and I didn't put her name on the answer that I gave because I want people to feel comfortable answering those things. But it said, ask me any question. And she said, I love the colors that I do, and so do my clients. Should I change and learn new ways? To which I answered, absolutely not. If you are earning a 6-figure income and your clients are loving your color, don't change a thing. And I posted it back up on the Instagram story. And then she answered me, and it didn't show up on there. Okay, now you're talking. 6 figures I do not make, so I should change. And I loved that because we all know what we know, and we think that we've got it all down pat. And I was there. I was one of those people. But I can tell you, I owned a salon for 30 years. I've done hair for 34 years. And until I understood what it takes to be successful and be a 6-figure stylist behind the chair, it is so much more than slapping on a single process retouch. And I know a lot of people are curious enough about what's in the membership, but I think they're assuming that it's like all the other stuff out there where you go into a library, you push a button, and it's a video about me droning on with a PowerPoint with color wheels and pointing with a pointer, and this cancels this. It is not that. It is so much more. I take you on a journey that I wish somebody could have taken me on early in my career. When I think about how much money, time, and effort that I had to invest to become who I am and what type of colorist and what type of leader and business owner and all of the knowledge that I have, how long it took to get here with weeding out all of the bullshit and nonsense. And that is what I do for you. I don't give you any fluff. I don't give you any nonsense. I don't put filler material into this workshop or this membership. I take you on a journey from clueless to confident and fearless. That is my goal. And that is the feedback that I get from the members. I can't tell you how many times I get off a phone call with a member or a virtual call, and they will talk to me the entire time saying, oh my gosh, Elaine, you have no idea what this has done for me. I appreciate you so much. And I'm like, girl, why couldn't we be recording this call? Because when I ask my members to do a testimonial, they get shy. They don't want to talk into a camera. They don't want to sound rehearsed and like it's a phony testimonial. So I wish I could share all that with you. But what I can share with you is you will never know until you try. And waiting another year is a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Think about how much progress you can have in your life in a year. I'm going to tell you a story about how I felt being on the other side of what you're feeling about joining something like this. I was at yet another training, and I was learning how to be a better public speaker. And one of the instructors in the program happened to be a life coach. I did not know that. And I did not know what a life coach was. Her name was Alejandra. If you are in my membership, you know who Alejandra is. She pops in on the regular and shares her amazing gems of wisdom. So I met her through this training, and it was about getting up on stage and speaking. And she would say something during the class, and I would get this like lump in my throat, like I was fighting back tears. I wanted to cry. I am not a crier. I'm pretty tough, and it takes a lot to make me cry. I happy cry to like a really emotional, sad, but fabulous movie more than I poo-poo and feel sorry for myself cry. So I was like fighting back the tears the entire workshop, and it was 3 days. It was brutal. At the end of the workshop, she pulled me aside and she said, I see a lot of emotion coming from you in this workshop. So now I'm more pissed. I'm like, oh, great. She's calling me out because I'm a big wimp and I'm getting all emotional. What is wrong with me? And then I'm trying to be even more tough. And she said, I see you. I see you. I know what you're going through. And I was like, what are you talking about? You don't even know me. So I had an attitude, and she said, I want to offer you one free session with me over the phone. When you get back home and you've had time, it was in California. So I had to fly to California, stay in a beautiful hotel, the expense of the workshop, the hotel, the meals, the Ubers, you name it. I spent it. I rented a car. And she said, when you get home and you've had time to let all this sink in, I want you to call me and I want you to have one free session with me. I'm a life coach. I didn't know what that was. I came home, I Googled what is a life coach. And I was like, I already go to a therapist. I already boohoo and tell her my problems, and I'm not getting anywhere with it. So this is just some lady wanting money from me. She reached out to me because she didn't hear from me. And she said, I want to do that free session for you. And I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. Bawling, literally like shaky voice, puffy eyes, something about Mary, snot cry on the first session. So I was like, what the hell? I said this right to her. I don't cry. Like, how are you getting me to cry like this? And she said, you have pushed so many things down so deep that it's just stirring all of that up. And if we've gotten you to have this much movement in one session, imagine what you can get if you sign on and do a complete 9-month journey with me. So I was like, here comes the sales pitch. $500 for 9 months. Do the math. That's a lot of money that I did not have, but I was a whole lot of miserable too. I hated what I was doing in the salon. I hated where I lived. I hated so many things about the life that I was living, and I didn't know how to get out of it because I was making great money. And I was, the leader in a salon of like 15 other people's livelihoods. Me being miserable meant they were happy. And that to me was more important. Why should I put my selfish needs in front of 15 other people's? So this was all that was going on. So she offers me the $500 a month for 9 months. And I'm like, I tell my husband, and he's like, you're out of your mind if you think you're spending $4,500 to talk to some wacko from California who's just going to tell you what you want to hear. And I was like, I know, right? You're right. So I didn't do it. And I put it off for 6 months, exactly what you're trying to do with joining this membership by saying, I'm just not ready yet. Put it off for 6 months. Her and this other person who did the workshop that I went to, it was such a phenomenal workshop. When they advertised a second workshop, I signed up right away. Go back to California. Now think about it. I'm spending $500 on the workshop, $500 on a flight. Right there, we're at $1,000. I had to rent a car, at least $350. So we're at $1,350. Hotel was $300 a night, 4 nights. That's another $1,200. So $1,200 plus $1,350 plus Ubers plus meals. How much do you think I spent on that next thing that I went to? But it didn't sound like $4,500 because you charge the flight and then you charge the class. And then a couple weeks later, you put the deposit on the room and then you pay for the room a couple weeks later. So it was spread out a little bit and it didn't feel like that big of an investment. Go to the second class, crying again. Everything she says, I'm crying again. And now we're laughing about it. I'm like, dear God, woman, I don't know why I put myself through this. And I come to these things that you do because all I do is cry. And she said, you're ready, Elaine. You're ready to do this. And I know that money is an obstacle, but I promise you at the end of this journey, you are going to look back and say that is the best money that you ever spent because you're worth it. You deserve to make changes and stop living a life that you hate. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And she said, if you start doing it and, you're a couple months in and you just feel like it's not for you, we'll stop. I'm not going to make you continue to pay for it if it's not doing anything for you. So I committed to it and I did it. And I am here to tell you my life, my family's life, my marriage, my relationships with family members, friendships, everything changed as a result of that investment. Best investment I ever made. Everything changed as a result of it. 2 years later, I'm trying to come up with, how am I going to do this course? How am I going to teach as many colorists as I possibly can without constantly being on an airplane away from my family? I need to do a virtual hair color membership and I have no idea how to do it. So along comes a course that's a boatload of money that I don't have. Once again, it's $1,997. I'm like, holy crap, that is a lot of money. I buy the course, I take the course, I'm in and out of it. I'm not committed. I'm not really doing the work. I don't get anywhere. 6 months goes by. There's another course that comes up. This time it's $3,500. So now I'm like, all right, I didn't get the lesson from the 1997. I'm going to go all in with this 3,500. Went all in with the 3,500. That gave me, I had so much skin in the game with paying $3,500 that I was like, my husband is going to freak if I don't do the work and get this done. And doing the 3,500 still didn't get me where I needed to go because I needed accountability. So then I hired an accountability coach who was going to push me and meet with me every month and tell me, what did you do last month? Did you do your homework? Did you do this? Check in, like Weight Watchers, going and getting weighed versus playing around with it on your own. Oh, I'm counting points in my head, but nobody's weighing me and nobody knows. And weekends are off. They're okay. These are the stories that we tell ourselves. So 1997, we're not talking $19.97. We're talking $1,997 plus $3,550 plus $4,500 in life coaching. And I could go on with a lot more where that came from. But here I am talking to you in my office in beautiful, sunny Florida, where there's palm trees, sunshine, sand, and ocean, living the dream life that I always wanted to live. Everybody's okay. The 15 people that I worried about, everybody is more than okay. Life went on for everyone and everyone is happy, but I had to make that difficult choice to go all in order for everybody else to level up and do what they needed to do, because I was enabling everybody by keeping myself miserable. So if money is the only thing that's holding you back from this membership, you're getting with me everything that I had to pay for a la carte. There are so many things out there. There's Masters of Balayage. There's Britt Siva's Thrivers. There's Behind the Chair. There's Hairbrained. There's Matt Beck's something. I don't even know what his is called. So it's a lot. And you have it coming at you from every angle. But I would venture to say I've been a Thriver. I've done Britt Siva's Thrivers. I don't know what's in all those other courses, but I know that Britt is amazing and she gets people where they need to go when they do the work, but she does not teach technique or anything hair. So she gets you going with doing your website and, getting new clients and how to get new clients and how to level up in all things the business of hair. With me, you're getting a life coach, a color coach, a business coach, a salon owner who has trained at least 20 people to become six-figure stylists with training with me. A person who has had someone come and work with me making $300 every 2 weeks, and within 3 months making $1,200 every 2 weeks. She quadrupled her paycheck when she trains with me and understood the things that I share with you in the membership. I literally hired her to take my place in the salon, signed her up for the insider course and said, get digging in and do these modules. And you're going to be an incredible colorist in a short period of time. And she is book solid, making more money than she ever dreamed possible. She'll be 2 years, January 2nd will be her 2-year anniversary. She's in her 20s. She's not married and she just bought a beach house. So anything is possible. But if you're saying no to something as little as $69 a month or only $597 for an entire year of support from someone who's done this their whole life. I started cutting hair in 5th grade. I live, breathe, and love all things hair. So I am your accountability partner. I am your life coach. I am your therapist. I'm going to teach you about boundaries, about not dealing with no-shows ever again, clients that disrespect you. All of that is in this membership. It is not just the formulation equation that we talked about in boot camp. Boot camp was 3 amazing sessions. That's just a tiny little tip of the iceberg of what you get in a year in this membership, not to mention the amazing colors toolbox that you're getting as a bonus. That alone is $150. So don't be like me and go to the training thinking, oh, I'm only spending $500 on the flight and $500 on the training, and then come home and go, oh, wow, I just spent $4,000. Spend the money on this so you don't have to do that, especially during COVID. So I get it. I get the hesitation. I get the fear, but I don't get the fear in not doing the monthly. For me, if I were on your end of this and I attended the masterclass and I attended boot camp, it would kill me to not know what's in this membership. So I would need to scrape together $69 to just get in there and peek. You have access to the entire program for $69. You can see every single technique that we talked about in masterclass and in boot camp for $69. That's less than probably what you spend in coffee in a week. It's less than $2 a day to get all of that support and all of that information. So when I get these heart-wrenching emails, I feel you and I feel what you're going through, but I call bullshit when you say I can't. Can't means I'm scared and I won't. So you're saying no to making your future better because you're scared. And trust me, fear never goes away, ever. Even when you conquer what it is that you were afraid of, it still doesn't make you any more afraid the next time you go to do it. Fear is always going to be there. It's always going to be the drunk monkey on your shoulder. But when you can look back a year from now and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was afraid to spend that money. I've made that money back 3 times over in 4 months. If you do the work, you will get results. I promise you. I am 1,000% confident. I get the feedback. I get it all the time. People saying, I didn't, when I first joined, I didn't do the lessons. I wasn't doing the work. And then I was so sick of being dead in the salon that I dove in, and now this is what happened. So don't let that be your story. Join, jump in, lean on me, let me be your mentor and pull you up through this journey, because it can be the greatest industry you've ever made the choice to enter into. Don't give up. Don't think that what you're doing now is your forever, but if nothing changes, nothing changes. So make the change, make the investment, and just try it out. So I'm going to put the link for, oh shoot, that's the wrong one. Hold on. There's the link to join the membership. It's not to, oh, Cynthia's on here. Oh, girl, I wish I could bring you on to share. Cynthia's on here. She said, I'm going to put it on the screen. She's the best. Thank you for sharing my story. This is the best. Please, guys, you will really benefit. You will say this is one of the best decisions I've made to take my career to the next level. It's definitely worth the cost. The value is worth more than the cost. I wish, Cynthia, I love you, girl. Thank you for letting me share your story. We just hung up on the phone and she had no idea I was going live. So that is also a testament to the students in the membership that she got the alert that I was going on and she jumped on, and she could be doing anything today. She's not feeling good. She could be doing anything and she's on here watching. So I love you, girl. Thank you for sharing that. Amy said, I've been taking many marketing classes and I now realize this is what I've been missing. I need to be learning this better. I just used this on a client I've been calling for years. Thank you, Amy. Amy just joined. She just joined after the first masterclass. Let's see who else we have on here. Alyssa said, is the 3-day boot camp enough to join your membership, or should I take the Hair Color Simplified course? I'm so happy that you're asking that, Alyssa. Alyssa, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. So the most amazing thing, and I'm happy to say, is because of COVID, because everybody is so strapped right now for money, I didn't want to not offer the membership. I thought about it. I was like, maybe I shouldn't offer it. Maybe that's not being sensitive. But then I was like, no, people need it now more than ever. So there's so many bonuses in this launch. You're getting the toolbox, which is all my favorite things in a cool little box coming to your home. Cynthia just signed on for Next Level. She's getting her toolbox. She's so excited. I just made sure I had her right address. And you're getting full 1-year access to the Hair Color Simplified. So you're getting Hair Color Simplified. I recommend doing first the entire thing. Go through that. Then you're getting the Hair Color Secrets Insider membership, all the coaching calls, 3 of my most popular classes that people pay individually for. Let's Kick Brass. You get the Redken Shades EQ cheat sheet that you can print out and put in your dispensary. You're getting it all. So take the opportunity to get all of this for only $5.97. It is like such a no-brainer. It's insane to let this pass you by. So I hope you'll take me up on that offer, because we're going to be closing the cart soon. I don't have the person's name, but it says this program is worth all the money. So thank you, whichever wonderful member that is. I think that's all the comments for now. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please don't keep your questions inside. Reach out to me and ask me if you have a question. Don't just not do it and wait another 6 months because you felt funny asking the question. So I hope to see most of you joining the membership. I know not all of you will, but that's okay. I am here when you are ready. They say when the student is ready, the teacher shows up. I hope that I'm that teacher for you, because I am super passionate. Anyone in the membership will tell you there's, so much of me that shows up in this. I'm not selling you a course that's in a computer and you don't hear another word from me after I take your money. That's just not happening. So we have amazing things lined up for our coaching calls. We already have a special guest in December, a special guest in January, and another special guest in February. So it's not only just me. I bring in other people for you that specialize in other things. So another question, I'm really strapped for cash. Can I join the monthly now and then join the yearly in a month or so I don't miss the enrollment? So you are absolutely welcome to do the monthly as long as you like, but you only have until before your second month's payment to upgrade to the annual and be able to get all the bonuses, because it's just too much paperwork on my end. It's a nightmare. I have to refund things. And so if you say you join right now, and what happens is, I promise you, most people that join for the month within 6 hours, like Amy, where's Amy Bliss? Amy is on here. Amy, put in the comments. I think Amy joined on, say, like a Sunday night, and within 2 hours emailed Bryn and said, can I upgrade to the annual? So it is so rare that someone joins for the month and then says, this isn't for me. And I don't think I've ever had anybody cancel after 1 month. I've had people cancel after like 6 months that are like, I forgot I even had it. I didn't do the work. And, I don't want to keep spending the money. I'm just not ready. I have had that happen, but I have not had anybody say, never mind, I don't want this. They always end up upgrading. So if Amy's still on here, Amy, I hope you can convince her that you upgrade it right away. I have it right here. We've had 3 people join for the monthly that have already upgraded because they wanted all the bonuses. Because the bonuses, if you add up what you get, the toolbox is $150. The Hair Color Simplified is $297. So you're getting I'm terrible at math, 150 and 297, whatever that is. You're getting all of that free, plus the $47 Let's Kick Brass, the $97 Let's Go Glazy Crazy. If you add all that up, it's literally like $700 in bonuses that you're giving up by saying, I don't want to spend the $597, I want to spend the $69. And let's do the math. If you end up doing the $69 and you miss the opportunity to upgrade, you don't do it soon enough, you're spending $828 a year to be in the membership if you pay monthly. So for $597, for that much less, you're getting everything, the toolbox, the gifts, the holiday special gifts, all the special stuff for $597. You owe it to yourself. I always say to people, yes, this is a tough time of year. We have holiday gifts to buy, but think about when people say to you, you are so hard to buy for. I have people say that to me all the time. They're like, you're so hard to buy for. I never know what you want. I will say to my family, when I want something like this, I'll say, Venmo me $50 for Christmas. I want this membership. I want to join this hair color membership. Venmo me $50 and you're off the hook for the holidays. And they're relieved that they didn't have to come up with something fabulous for you. And they can just enjoy you at the holiday parties and not stress over whether that stupid, impulse item that you buy at the Marshall's checkout counter, the perfume that you don't even know what it smells like because you don't know what to give the person. So ask for it. Tell the universe tonight when you go to bed, have a little talk with your angel guides and say, I need this membership. Help me find a way to get this membership and it will show up. So thank you for listening. Thank you for even in thinking about joining the membership. I promise you will not regret it. I promise it will be the best decision you've ever made for yourself and your career. Thank you so much and have a great weekend.